Welcome back, everybody, where Elizabeth said we're not allowed to have fun. We gotta get right to work.
And then to bed.
So my question is, what do you guys like to do for fun?
Bum, 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 bum.
Well, John and I just went and did a very fun thing last night. We went to a barcade for the first time. That was very fun, actually. It was surprisingly fun.
Yep.
Got wasted.
Elizabeth got very into Crazy Taxi.
I mean, we all did. You can't just say it was me. We all did. That's all. That's what we wanted to play.
You were the first one to play it.
I know, and it was terrible. The very first time, I got like $300 in fare, and like John immediately got like $1,500 right after me, and I was like, "Well, I'm terrible at this game."
We also played Pac-Man Battle Royale.
Yeah, that was very fun. I enjoyed that.
We got very good, and the first time we played it, the games went really fast, and then we all started getting very strategic, and so the games were just stretching on forever.
We played some weird pinball, a Willy Wonka pinball first. That was not the favorite, and then
we played the Metallica pinball.
The Metallica pinball, yeah. Also, you were failing at containing animals tonight. I just want to say out loud. That is the second dog you have
I wasn't really trying that hard at this point.
They're free.
Free dogging.
Okay.
I was like, I don't have a dog or pets.
I don't either.
I mean, you do. They just live in your walls.
No, I killed them all.
Ah!
Yeah, we have mice now. But we keep forgetting to put our traps out.
Hey,
Yeah,
I have a bag full of poison.
Okay, that's really bad what my brain just went to. So, my brain put that to a spoonful of sugar.
A spoonful of poison helps the children
Oh,
go down.
It's worse than that. It's a bag full of poison helps the medicine go down.
Oh, God.
Well, who's to say? It is kind of our health system. Oh, who said that? Have you read those side effects? When the side effect is longer than the actual commercial, I think it's a sign, hey, maybe no.
So what about you guys? What do you do for fun?
Oh, poison children.
Okay. Cool.
As we knew.
Well, we can move on now. Someone can soundbite that. You know, you want to hang on to that forever.
So, that way when
it's not like it's on the internet or something. Oh, wait.
I know.
Yeah. It's not like I know the guy who edits this.
Yeah, he won't do anything about it.
I know he won't. Because he'll forget about it by the time it gets time to edit this. I did watch a movie yesterday that was, I don't know, that was fun for me. Do you guys like, when you watch movies, or like when you look at your whole movies, you realize there's like a certain type that like, you know what, this probably isn't the best thing to like go and share that you like this style of movie, but you realize like, you know what, I do enjoy this. And you know what? I will share it because I think I've done it on the other podcast. I like really depressing movies.
Oh, that's not surprising.
Yeah,
I think we all know that.
Manchester by the Sea. I think I enjoy that movie, but I can't suggest anybody watch it because it's like you just at the end you're like, well, I feel sad, and I'm like, that was a good movie, and that was kind of the movie I watched yesterday, called It Comes at Night.
I have not heard of that one.
I think it came out in 2017.
Okay.
And it's like an apocalypse-style story where something happened to the world. It really doesn't tell you, but it's like some sort of infection or disease or something. Like it's not. It is said that it's an infection, but it's not very clear what had happened. And you kind of follow the life of this family that is isolated in like this log cabin, like bungalow thing in the middle of the woods, and just how they do life. And the things that come with it. So, I think Amazon said it's eerie and suspenseful, and I would agree with that.
Yeah.
It has some horror elements, but do I think it's the best movie? No, but I did find it enjoyable.
Yeah. Interesting.
So it would not. I don't think it'd be a good movie for Halloween movie night.
No.
So.
I like movies that
Too
mess with your
sad.
head.
But you wouldn't watch Hereditary with us?
Who, me?
Me or Nite?
Night.
I don't know. I think I ended
just-
up watching it anyway. I don't remember now.
You just didn't. I'm just messing with you.
I don't remember
I
now.
laugh because Hereditary, like, we were trying to get people to record that because it was like one of the first A24 films we had set up, and we had like 3 people we asked, and then we finally found someone to record it, which was cool. But then it's like other guests that came on were like, we mentioned like how hard it was to find a guest for Hereditary, and they're like, dude, we would have done that. I'm like, really, Miss Bubbly on the internet over there? You would watch Hereditary? So, but anyway. How about you, John? You watch a lot of movies? Or at least used to?
Yeah, I haven't watched anything really in a while.
Just The Lobster?
Yeah, I mean, The Lobster.
The romantic comedy?
Yeah.
And here's me
Exactly.
thinking.
Have we
of-
gone and we went and saw something this year, right? Already?
This year?
Yeah. We went Godzilla -1.
Yeah.
Oh, that... I want to go watch that.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that was good.
And then I also watched watched through the US Godzilla, the like recent Godzilla movies.
Oh, Godzilla vs. Kong?
Well, that whole series, yeah. So I still
Where he has the Infinity Gauntlet?
well, I haven't seen that one yet. That one's the newest one that just came out. I wanted to go to
Yeah,
the
you would-
theater and
yeah.
see that, and we never got around to it.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the Japanese reviews of Kong and Godzilla or whatever that movie's called?
No.
I'm sure.
Oh my
I'm sure
goodness.
they hate it.
It's hilarious because every review I saw is like, this was the stupidest thing I've ever saw. Godzilla's just there, like, pro wrestling fighting and just all this stuff. It was the stupidest thing. 10 out of 10. Would watch again.
I mean, it's like the Fast and the Furious movies. They are like the stupidest things in the world, but I will watch every single one of them.
They're
And
still enjoyable. They're a good
I-
time.
I've heard that, like, we're in this age of, like, Godzilla where, like, we have, like, the super serious, like, scary Godzilla -0, or whatever it was, -1.
-1, yeah.
On coming out in Japan, that's just like doing great. And then you had the American, like, just summer, almost like a
Like
summer
The buddy cop
blockbuster. Yeah. Just everything going on there, just fun. And then there's apparently a series on Apple TV that is also like a group of scientists like
Yes,
trying to figure something out with Godzilla. I forget what it's
Monarch.
called though.
That was
And
really
I heard
good.
that's really good.
Yeah,
I heard
watched-
that's really good.
I
But I don't
watched
have
that.
Apple.
That was great.
I don't have Apple. So
Well, we don't either, but we
There-
still watched
There
it.
are ways.
yeah,
to
I know
make
how
that
you guys
happen.
get your stuff.
And now that,
That's something I think John doesn't want shared on the internet. So
now that that's shared on the internet,
Nobody's listening to this. Come on, we're fine.
this will be the one episode.
I know, this one goes viral.
So yeah. But yeah, so it's like there's a little bit of Godzilla for everybody recently. I still think my favorite thing of like Godzilla and Kong, whatever it was, I can't remember what that movie's called, but I think every review I've heard and seen was just like, dude, how come like all this story's happening and then Godzilla shows up and he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna fight that guy now, and just charges and like starts punching a dude. And it's just like, that's like apparently every scene that Godzilla's in, like there's I guess some sort of story element or something where it's just like Kong has something going on with there, and then like it just shows like Godzilla like just waking up in rubble, and he's just like gets eye contact with his enemy. He's like, I'm gonna fight you now. just runs at him and punches it. Like, that's everything I was hearing. It's just Godzilla gives no cares. He's just, I'm gonna go fight that guy. Why? Because he's there.
Yep.
So,
Pretty much.
and you know what also is happening? There's some fighting happening now in this building of fires. And yeah, there's pretty much what is happening right now is that Deli's trying to carry Becca down the stairs, but Becca, weird, slow, heavy, who knows? They didn't pass certain checks to find out what's going on. And will I tell them? No. But during that, David Winter's like, hey, I can help. Let me go punch this wall. Never mind, axe went through. Here, let's make masks like it's COVID, but it's 1990 right now, so we have some time. While Hank is over there saying, heck with helping, I'm going to go fight a dude. And is actually doing decent. So
rather successful, but might have a little bit of a torn decision right now while the fire is spreading across this old decrepit cabin. Whatever his name, Detective Cruz is calling in reports. I don't know, something in the shadows. Who knows? I do. Not telling you guys. And now we are moving forward with all that as we now come to Hank's turn. What are you doing as your newly found employers are asking for help? Well,
what?
I don't know, are they employers or just...
Hey, you made a deal with them earlier to be like, can I still get paid a butt ton of cash if I kill him? And I still don't know how they got the okay to say okay, but they said okay.
Alright, so...
We have connections, it's fine.
Yeah, right. Last time, so I disarmed Jacob, and...
He kind of scurried around the side of the building.
Alright. I'm going to follow.
I think towards the front door. I wrote down the front of the building, so aren't you kind of headed in the same direction that you would need to be?
No, he went around the back. If I said the front, that was not intended.
Okay.
So, pretty much he is now...
I mean, he can't be going fast, right? I mean, he's got a leg wound.
He's invincible. Until I need him not to be. But yeah, no, he's... Yeah, pretty much, he's... That brings up a good point. Pretty much you just see him scurrying around. He's definitely having trouble moving.
Right. He's, like, dragging his leg, I would imagine, or, like, shuffling along, so...
He has his leg ripped off and starts beating you with it.
I'm going to run after him and attempt to subdue him.
All right. So how are you subduing? With the suggestion of bullets, punchies?
I'm
roundhouse
going to...
kick?
I'm going to... I want to attempt to, like, just knock him out so I can leave him there. So, what would I need to do that? And do I get a bonus because I'm going from behind? I mean, yeah, that might do it.
Yeah.
You gonna pistol whip him?
I don't think you're... let's see. I don't think getting a bonus would work necessarily here. Let's see, because it's not... Yeah, because he's in the middle of combat, so... Yeah, no, you're not gonna get a bonus for this.
Alright, that's fine.
Bonus time, yeah.
Then can I, attempt to, crack him in the back of the head with my handgun, basically.
Yeah.
What would I need to roll for that?
I think that is a brawl skill. So
Brawl. That's not much. All right, we're gonna hope. Math. That's a 57 over 25.
25. Well, yeah, nah, that's. Well, let's see. He's gonna hear you come up, and he's gonna try to maneuver to like kind of shuffle, like kind of.
Dodge me.
Trying to think here. You know what? No, he's gonna fight back.
All right.
And that is. Well, that's a hard success. Alright, but that's only. That'll be 3 points of damage on you. As he kind of just punches you back. Just like, eh.
All right.
So. And. With that, Deli.
I'm gonna move whatever my next, I guess down the stairs to the bottom of the stairs now. So where
Yeah.
David
Well, give a
is.
Constitution check to make sure that whether the smoke's gonna bother you or not.
Okay.
Pretty much, it's just getting pretty thick up there. So.
All right, that's a 44 under 60.
Okay, you can make it to the bottom of the stairs.
Okay.
And that's your whole turn. Winters, you're getting ready to make masks.
Yeah, so I have the water and masks in one hand. I think this would be kind of like a cooperative between Deli and I too, because we're both kind of one hand busy holding on to Becca and the axe at this point. So I think I'm basically going to have the water held out to Deli to open the water, and then pour the water over the masks. You know, kind of as she takes the cap off, hand her the mask, pour the water over the masks, and we each hold one up to our face to help with the avoid the smoke. And I think that'd be basically all I can.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna say
think that's basically all I can do at this point, besides potentially just starting to move across the room without her, which makes no sense. So.
All right. So that's your whole turn. Jacob, now emboldened and kind of in hand-to-hand combat, he's going to try to punch Hank. All right. Hank, what do you want to do before I reveal what I rolled? So, are you going to fight back, dodge?
I will probably attempt to dodge, because that is a better option than my fighting skill.
All right. Go ahead. So pretty much whoever has the higher success is going to succeed. So,
That is a 61 over 46.
oh man, I rolled a 9 under 77. That's just an extreme success. So, what does extreme success do here? Let's see. I just want to make sure. Max damage. Okay, so it looks like. So yeah, a fist would probably be a blunt weapon. So max damage plus damage bonus. Where's this size on here? Alright, so there's that. Oh, there we go. So that would be. Oh, that's neat. Okay, so that would be. All right, so max damage. So 7 points of damage. And that punch maybe hits you like right in the solar plexus as like the air is just like.
Okay.
Are you still up?
1 hit point.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a big hit.
Who's getting paid now? And with that, let's see how the fire, it's still the same with the 58. And now it's Hank, 1 hit point Hank. What's he gonna do?
I'm going to blow Jacob
Cry?
away. So I am just shooting.
All right.
At like point
Point blank.
range.
I am shooting to ruin his life.
All right, hold up. I think there is a rule for point
There
blank.
is. If at point blank range, the shooter gains 1 bonus die on the skill roll. So you roll an extra,
Alright.
the extra 10s die,
Extra 10s or 1?
the
Tens.
10s, and it's the
The
higher.
tens.
Take the
Or
higher.
the,
the-
the, the,
the
the better.
better.
The better,
The better
yeah,
option.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
You can take the higher if you want.
All right, so that is a 5 under 86.
That's incredible.
My guess is that's going to be the best.
That's also
One.
going to be extreme
Alright.
damage, which
Yeah.
for impaling weapons deals maximum weapon damage plus bonus damage, plus an additional dice roll for the weapon's damage.
So is he just dead?
Well, what's
So
the what did you
damage
roll?
is 1d10 plus 2.
So that's 12.
So
And
that's
then
12.
damage bonus is 1d4. Well, no. I'm sorry, that doesn't apply to this.
So what did you say, Knight? Max damage plus what?
So it's maximum
Plus-
weapon damage plus damage bonus, if
damage
any,
bonus.
plus an additional dice roll for the weapon's damage. So,
Okay, so roll a d10.
That is 8.
So 18.
18 points of DiMaggio. Plus whatever your mystery bonus damage is.
Uh-huh.
Well, seeing how that's more than his max hit points.
Yeah, I was
Do
gonna say.
I pop his head like a watermelon?
Well, you did the kill, so you described the scene.
Yeah, so I basically, as we were, tussling or whatever, Hank basically pulls his handgun out, presses it to the side of his head, and empties
Blah,
Jacob's
blah,
head.
Blah. Blah.
As like I imagine, like the camera shot is like we just see the like Hank's just like holding his chest like like kind of sucking the air, and it's just like I don't know, the Harrison Ford just like and just like pulls out the gun as like maybe Jacob is just like oh yeah, and then like turns around to be like I'm gonna punch you again, and then it's just barrel in the mouth, and then it just cuts to the flash as blood and viscera just splatters out. At that moment, David, you feel the constant tug and pull of the axe just die.
What?
Okay?
okay.
So
I kind of expected
you don't know why.
that.
Interesting.
Kind of expected. Well, I mean, he wouldn't know why, but I as a player, kind of expected that might have been related.
And
Not that
with
it's metagaming
that,
or anything, but you know.
And with that, though, but the Deli, you still have to get out. So pretty much, yeah, you have to take this turn to get across.
Halfway across the floor, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna keep moving.
Yep, because the fire is still decent.
Is
All right,
there
so I'm
anything?
gonna move.
Is there anything David can do to help move Becca faster?
If you want to, on your turn, help her out. Like, if you guys want to take both your turns to just kind of more push her across the air.
I was
out,
thinking
like,
combined strength maybe overcome the slowness a little bit more.
Yeah, if that's what you guys want to do, I can allow it. I'll allow that.
So would we get to the door together then?
Yeah, you guys get to the door. If you guys are gonna work together,
Yeah.
You both can get out. Hank, are you kind of making your way back around, or?
Yeah, I would now be headed over to try and assist.
Okay.
You taking a trinket with you to prove that you
I mean, he's
eviscerated this man?
He's laying right by the house. I don't think
I was
it'll
gonna
be
say
hard
it's
to
right
find.
around the corner. As
I
long
don't
as
know,
he doesn't
this
get fired.
This is a weird game. He's just gonna
I cut off
disappear.
his ear and put it on my string of ears.
What is he, a
What
goblin?
ear?
What
No.
a year.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does that even exist anymore?
Yeah, that's true. I
You
cut
need a
off
finger.
a finger. Yeah.
Yeah.
This molar.
I pull out my necklace of like skeletal finger bones.
Gross.
That's how he cast his runes.
Yeah.
Gross. That's why they're all weird.
All right. This looks like a fun name for a song, so let's see. I'm trying to see what it sounds like before I continue.
It's very peaceful.
I was gonna say, it sounds hopeful.
It is the chill section of my folder.
At least we have a bonfire to warm the night.
We'll go with it. Actually, I can't tell if this anyway. So yeah, pretty much like as that all kind of happens, you guys kind of pull, like you kind of get out, get outside, and like maybe you're collecting yourself and all that. I guess the rule of Call of Cthulhu is, I think you have like an hour to do first aid. And I think you get like 1 hit point left. I also think there's a rule of like the amount of damage Hank took. He may not have been able to keep standing.
Would have been amazing.
But-
I'm pretty sure it's a major injury that was in there.
We're gonna give Hank a major injury for that part, for all
He
that.
has some
like,
internal bleeding from that
Yeah.
punch.
if he didn't have it, he now has an irregular heartbeat. But anyway, we'll figure out whatever that is later. But anyway, you guys are sitting there, collecting yourself, and as minutes go by... No, okay, let me ask this. Are you guys waiting there? Or are you guys going to try to make your way back?
I mean, I think the first thing that we would do is like try to make sure that like everyone is stabilized. So however long that takes, whether it's Hank or Becca.
I'm going to roll a D10, and that's going to determine how many minutes.
Okay.
Well, so and then
And by
the other,
D10, I mean like the... You know what? I'm going to just roll a D100, and then we'll figure out how long.
so
But go
the
ahead, Ned, what's your
other,
question?
the other part is there like enough of a clearing for the helicopter that was radioed to Hank before he just tossed the radio aside to land where they're at, or do we need to get everybody out of the forest to be able to get to this helicopter?
I think I think at this point they could also just kind of drop the stretcher, and then kind of like pulley it up, like they'd be
You
able
don't have to land.
Yeah, they wouldn't have to land with the way it is. So I think they're probably working with like rangers who kind of do stuff like this. So I don't think they would have to land to get her out.
Then
I don't
side-
know how common that is, but
Uh,
anyway, go ahead.
potentially be available. Then the side question that is, would Becca's current effect of being extremely heavy and slow to move affect the helicopter at that point?
Well, what I was getting ready to say as I was trying to find out how much time you guys, whether you guys wanted to stay there and move, pretty much it looks like you guys are going to be spending an hour there just to kind of like stabilize each other and make sure that Becca is good. But like as time goes on, like maybe as you're helping Hank out, and I don't know, maybe if you guys wish to pulling whatever his name is, Jacob, off to the side, it seems that like maybe Deli, you're sitting there watching and just keeping an eye over Becca, but you see like her eyes like slowly blinking, but then like you notice like her breathing starting to, like her chest is starting to move more and more to what seems to be a common time, and like you see like tears starting to like well up and move at a normal speed as her eyes begin to move at a normal speed, and her breath and like her speech and everything, because like when she talks she'd be like it'd be like drugged out as she like seemed to talk. But
Yeah.
yeah, at this point like it seems like within the hour and everything, and by the end of you guys kind of getting things set up, she's like back to normal, back in a normal sync of time and moving normally.
And as like Deli's noticing that, she's just like kind of with her and like soothing her, you know, like telling her it's gonna be okay, you're gonna be okay, we're here with you, you're safe, like all of those kind of things, just kind of like trying to keep her calm.
I think kind of during this time, David also would have been taking notes on Jacob's lack of existence or lack of life at this point, and probably also looking for the. I think I'd also be looking for the radio to give an update to the sheriff or to the deputy now that the situation has calmed at least somewhat.
All right. I want Hank to give me a luck roll to see if that thing survived whatever he threw. You'll be able to find it, because I think you hear like static or something.
That is a 75 over 37.
Yeah, it's it seems to be cutting in and out weird. So, but like you hear like coming in, see fire, like kind of very broken, just and all that. So, the helicopter, within another pretty much 20 minutes after like Becca returns to normal, the helicopter comes over and some medical people come in, learn about the injury. They check the wound and everything, and are able to like kind of safely then, like you guys are able to hand her off. They tell you guys like there isn't any room in the helicopter, unfortunately. So like like with the sketcher and everything. So they kind of give you guys like a flare or two, like or maybe a little bit more powerful flashlight, and they're like, oh, just give it to Detective Cruz, we'll get it back to us. But yeah, then after, and then they're like, don't worry, we also notified the fire department, and the Rangers are going to be in here shortly, because at this point the fire has consumed this cabin.
Oh yeah, the cabin's gone.
Yeah, but they kind of tell you like within the next 20 minutes, with the next half hour, another helicopter is going to come in and just drop water in this area. So be wise to head out.
So I guess we like help Hank kind of hobble back towards the original cabin area.
I'll also say I just remembered this. Maybe the other reason why they aren't able to like take the room, like have extra room, is that they're like will also take Jacob's body with them to
Yeah.
get that out of here. So they just like, I don't know, roll it up and throw it in the back.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna head back.
And so, yeah, you guys make your way back. It's like it's slow going, especially with like Hank's injuries, and as you guys are kind of going through, and it's definitely like there seemed to be like an oppressive feeling on these woods as you were first, like, especially once night hit and you were going, whether that was the stress of trying to find Becca or something that all three of you guys could know as being some form of supernatural entity, you're unsure of. What you do know is that it's this like it feels like the energy is lighter in this area. As you
So
guys,
it's not as oppressive as it was.
yes, yeah.
Okay.
Like, and you're not sure if that has to do with stress or anything. I will also say, like, because I think Hank, probably by the rules of the game, would have to roll a sanity roll, but I also feel like Hank is okay with murder when it gets paid.
Probably.
So, sorry. Just trying to type something in here to find that out. Okay. So, you guys go and make your way back. Like, I think it took you, I forget how long it was, like a half hour or so. And just, now that you guys know the way and everything, you kind of make your way back to Happy Cabins. But as you're there, Cruz isn't.
Is there anybody else that has shown up from the earlier cutscenes calls?
Not that you can see. But with that, I think we need to just do one of these. Because you guys look up and see that the main cabin door is now open. As like the light kind of shines over there.
Deli looks at the two guys and she's like, wasn't that closed when we were here last?
Yeah, I think it was. And where's the deputy?
Seems,
Surely
Deli
he wouldn't
starts
just
calling
leave
his
us.
name.
it seems
Detective
odd somebody
Cruz?
would leave the door open.
No answer.
Do we observe anything from the doorway, like a light or sound or anything?
No sound, but it looks like, I don't know, it looks like there could be a light source. Whether it's a flashlight kind of slowly moving, but it's not very, from your angle, it's kind of difficult to see.
I guess Deli will start slowly walking towards the door. She initially she was calling out kind of loudly for him, and then as she walks towards it, she kind of gets a little softer. She's still calling, but a little more. This is weirding her out a bit.
Hank's,
The rest of you guys? Okay.
Hank's gonna follow, just kind of almost absent or like almost habitually kind of like looks at the door to see if there's any signs of like forced entry or anything of that nature.
And yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything. It doesn't look like there's any forced entry, no damage. It's just yeah, a little bit of light coming from the inside.
Are there any like
Yeah.
tracks or anything else from anybody going into that building at this point?
No, it's well, give me a roll.
Spot hidden or track or what?
Do spot hidden.
That is a 6 under 78.
Okay. Now you see pretty much the one set of footprint. Well, not footprints, but it looks like signs of just one person entering in there.
Okay.
Well, I guess we're going in this very creepy building and trying to find Detective Cruz.
So like Deli walks up to the door and she kind of like cautiously like pops her head in, just her head, to see what she can see, and she's like, "Detective Cruz, are you in here?"
You see pretty much a flashlight shining towards like the door. Like you guys walk in and there's like a little lobby area with a desk and stuff, but you see what looks like almost an apartment that is behind there. That is where the light that's shining at you guys is.
Like it's like someone's holding it.
Not
at
hold.
us?
It's on the floor. It's on the floor.
Oh, okay. And it's pointed towards our faces, or it's into
pointed
the...
towards the entrance, like the entrance
Okay.
into there. So it's kind of pointing out towards the rest of the group,
Yeah.
like
okay.
from that second room to the lobby area.
Yeah. And we don't hear or see anything else.
Not currently.
Okay, I guess we're going in.
All right. So as you guys enter, you see that Detective Cruz is lying on the ground with his arm kind of reaching towards another door that's on the same wall that you guys entered. And as you guys kind of step forward a little bit, what you guys hear, like kind of in the shadows, is just, "Do not enter there."
Deli like whips her head around.
Is the detective dead?
You can't tell, but right now he's on the ground.
On hearing this, at least somewhat familiar voice, David's gonna be... Theodore? What are you... Is that you?
Yes, Mr. Winters.
Did you see what happened to the deputy?
I had to stop him.
Is he hurt?
No, just sleeping.
Well, how do we get him out of this building?
Oh,
I feel like I feel like none of us belong in this building, but...
correct. Before we continue, Hank, this is the first time you've ever experienced or met Theodore. What's Hank thinking right now?
I mean, Hank wants to try and use sense to like see if he can like, because I assume he's just hearing a voice, he's not seeing anything.
Yeah, like if you guys enter in there, you can kind of see like a part of the room that's a little bit darker. Like when someone's kind of just standing in the darkness and you can kind of see like a darker patch. But yeah, you're not getting a good sight of him. So what, you're using runic magic?
Yeah. Alright, so I have to roll on power. Alright, that is a 52 under 55.
All right, so mark a sanity, and from there, like, I don't know, maybe you kind of get like a flash of night vision as you see this tall, spindly man in a white polka dotted suit, dark skin, eyes that seem to have no pupils, and it almost feels like he's so tall he doesn't really like fit in this room properly. And then like as soon as you do that, his eyes or like his vision locks onto you, and he's just like, a totem user.
So Hanks, upon seeing him, is going to immediately like pull his gun and kind of like out of the corner of his eye look at Deli and David and be like, who's
And Deli's
this guy?
immediately like, no.
I think both David and Deli are going to be like, gun away. He has been friendly to us in the past. Do no harm.
Hank is going to slowly and suspiciously lower his handgun, but not reholster it, and say, in my experience, the other world never has good intentions.
Well, he hasn't been harmful to us so far. This is not our first meeting of Theodore.
And Hank glances at David and is like, so far is doing a lot of lifting in that sentence.
Sometimes it be that way.
Deli looks at Theodore, and her like curiosity is like piqued, and she's like, so what's over there?
That is not for you to know. Don't worry. Someone else will clean this up. But for you, your mission is somewhere else.
Well, can you at least help us recover the detective?
Oh, you can take him.
So it's okay to
wake
go,
him up?
It's okay to
I
go
can't wake
bring him over?
up. Oh, yes. Feel free to carry him out. He should wake up shortly, forgetting about this whole room. And I would suggest all of you to also not enter. As, like, his long spinning hand enters, like, the light that's being casted over from the flashlight and points to this room that the door's closed. He's like, you all should forget about that room.
So David's going to go ahead and go over to the deputy and start working to carry him out of this building.
Yeah, Deli will go and help too.
Yep, yeah, you're able to do that.
And as we're doing that, David's going to look at Hank and like, I understand where you're coming from with your thoughts here. However, when Theodore says we shouldn't do something, it's probably best to listen to him.
It's like I have no interest in pushing that. I'm fine.
And like, if
And-
you guys, oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, as like Deli is like helping carry Detective Cruz out, she just kind of looks over at Theodore and she's like, "I hope we meet again someday."
Yeah. So as you turn around to go say that, he's gone already. Like,
And
Of
Deli
course-
kind of like
of course
turns
he
back
was.
around and like shakes her head, and she's like, "He's such an elusive one."
Hank's gonna kind of like follow behind them, but like walking backwards, keeping like an eye on the room as they walk out, and slightly turns to Deli and is like, "I would be careful what you wish for with that one."
And I
So-
guess we leave the cabin.
Yeah, that's my thought is we GTFO, get out of there, and
yeah. And like, as you guys like leave, as soon as all three of you guys like step out, the front door slams shut, like on its own.
Okay.
And if you guys go to test the door or anything, like, it's
It's not gonna open again.
it's like the
Yeah.
handle is jammed.
Okay.
A classic Silent Hill trope. But and then shortly after, like, Cruz comes to, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, I guess I dozed off," and then kind of ask you guys for updates.
Yeah. Yeah, Deli kind of like pats him on the shoulder and she's like, "It's okay. It's been a stressful day for all of us." And then like helps to fill him in on what happened.
And with that, chapter 7 comes to a close.
Dun, dun, dun.
Made it.
Whew. We all survived it.
Barely.
barely.
Especially for Hank. John just really likes to try and kill his characters.
It makes it more dramatic.
I do agree. I'm with you.
Would you guys like a little peek into chapter 8?
Sure.
Let's switch it to, I think this music fits. I have to look at one thing. Okay. The year is 2005. It is June, middle of the month. It's not very clear when it is, and as we kind of pull up, we're in Mount Holly. And pretty much it's a Saturday. It is a hot day. Like it seems to be one of those days with like where there was a heat wave and it's just like it is like unbearably hot. But pretty much we see a church as we see a bunch of cars pulled in on a Saturday as people are coming in wearing suits and just and everything, and it's there's a somber feel as the camera goes into the front doors, and as we look, we just see people crying, and if this was like a TV show, I would imagine like we see sitting kind of in the front row, Timmy holding Cora's hand in the front row. We also see Sarah We also see Rose. I forget what David's brother's name is. Daniel?
Daniel,
Right?
I'm pretty sure.
We see Daniel there. And in the front, we see a casket with Caleb Winters in it. And we'll see you guys next week.
They're so sad.
I think that had the effect that you expected as well.
Yep. I got permission. Okay, everybody, don't come at me.
In case it wasn't obvious from my lack of surprise there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not going to go kill off your 90-year-old character. I would, but still.
Well, goodbye, everybody.
Yeah.
Get ready for chapter 8.
Man, just thinking how this started. I like depressing movies.
Yeah. Good bookends there.
Didn't even plan that.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll see you guys next week for chapter 8.
Bye.
Goodbye.